Good morning, YouTube. It is 2 a.m. on a cold Sunday morning in late October. Normally I wouldn't be so happy and excited to be awake at 2 a.m. but I am leaving town on a 3-day rifle mule deer hunt and I'm going solo. I've got my entire camp packed up here in my truck. This will be such a good time hunting by myself, guys. I used to hunt alone basically almost all the time growing up, just because I didn't have a lot of hunter friends. I'm gonna film this hunt daily, so I've got the next 3 days to shoot a mule deer, and I've got a goal set in mind, and I'll share it with you maybe later today in this film. But guys, I'm taking so much camera gear. I've got GoPros, I've got the DSLR, the big camera, and a vlog camera. So my goal is just to capture every single bit of this hunt, not only for you guys, but for myself. I want to document this experience and just show you guys everything. All right, I finally hit dirt road. So I've never been to this area, but I picked this area based off the looks of it, the terrain, the satellite imagery.
Turn right.
All right, I'm gonna turn right. And I picked this area because it is so glassable, guys. These ridges are a lot of sagebrush. Some of these draws, the canyons, I think, you know, kind of where I plan to head.
Turn left.
All right. Some of these canyons that I kind of scoped out have some timber, some brush, but a lot of it is open sagebrush. And I really wanted to find a spot that I can just use my optics and glass. Once I get up to where I'm gonna camp, I'm gonna unload that bike and actually pedal in. I made it to the trailhead where I'm gonna camp. I'm not the only one at the trailhead, but that was expected. You gotta expect that kind of stuff on a general season hunt, especially on public land. We're here, we made it. I'm so excited, guys. This is gonna be a ton of fun. The Rambo bike made it safe and sound, guys. Ready to take a ride on that thing. So there's the bike. Casey and B-Mac took him to Oregon and got like 14 miles a day. Here's the pack I'm taking in. I got my horn hunter packs all loaded. Rifle, shooting sticks, scope, tripod. It's about 40 pounds as is. So I'm just gonna snag that and take off from here. This thing is actually really cool. I've only got it on level 1, you can see right there. It's only on level 1. I'm sure I'll bump that up a notch once I get both hands on the handlebars and get going, but this is how I'm gonna get back into some of this country. Other people are doing it on horses, some are hiking in, it looks like, so hopefully this will be a tool that will help me get at least in a little further, and from there I can hike and get off the trail and try to get into some good deer country. But I got the GoPro on, so let's get down the road and check things out. Here we go. Oh man, freaking crazy. Guys, this bike is so sweet. I'm cruising right now. Just past the couple guys on horseback. Unless they're running, this thing's a lot faster than a horse walking. And I'm only on level 4. Just kind of cruising slow. I'm alive. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, that was gnarly. First part of the trail, perfect. It's kind of rutted out because it's basically a horse trail. Man, my pedals would keep catching on rocks and really trying to kick me off, and this thing was slapping on all the willows. I'm not quite where I want to be, but being that it's just day 1 and kind of like get familiar with the country time, I decided I don't want to waste the battery on the bike because I was using the battery a lot. I'm just gonna cross this little creek and head up onto that knob right there. Can't trust these logs because they're either soaking wet or frosty. Oh shoot. It's so cold down here. Like I said, I've never been to this area before, ever. The only place I've seen it on is Onyx Map and Google Earth. So far, the feedback I got from a few other hunters is they're just not seeing any deer. 3 guys that were hunting together never saw a buck. I'll just have to glass longer, maybe hike further, regardless of what anybody says as far as if there's deer in here or not. I'm still excited, and I still feel like I can find a buck to shoot. So that's the game plan. Just gotta get high in glass right now. Good news, there are deer in here. There is deer in here, and there are tracks. All we have to do is weed them out of the timber, because I'm sure with all the hunting pressure in here, they're most likely in that stuff. You can see it's pretty open. I think we could turn something up, guys. What do you think? Think we'll find one? It's a pretty good deer trail right here. A lot of elk tracks too. I just got up onto this little glassing point, and it took me no time, literally no time, to glass a deer. And I'm like, it looks dead. Pull out the spotting scope. I glassed a dead deer over there, and I don't know what the heck to think about it, because it doesn't look super fresh, and it's sitting right out in the sun on the south slope. You'd think if somebody really shot it, they would either drag it down, get it out of the sun, or just take care of it. Okay, check this out. See that buck right in the middle? Looks like he's been gutted. That is super random. Like, what are the odds that I get up here and just glass a dead buck on the side hill? Just my luck. The first buck I see on this unit that I've never hunted is dead. I might have to go investigate that one and check it out. This calls for investigating. I'm gonna hike over there. It's over there on that ridge, right there. Oh my gosh, this south slope is death. It's so hot. I'm getting close to that buck. He's right up there in those dead quakes somewhere. Casey always says we need to invent smell-o-vision so you guys can smell our tasty food. But we need it for, you know, moments like this so you guys can really feel like you're there. I'm looking for boot tracks in this dirt, but haven't seen any yet. A lot of cattle tracks, really. There he is. Man, how random is this? Ooh, boy. How about that for maggots? Little 4x4. Oh, it's so nasty. That is dirty. So many maggots. It definitely didn't die right here. It died up here further because he's been drugged down by something. I don't see any human tracks. Here's where he probably initially died. Right here somewhere. And something tore into him. Bear, mountain lion, coyotes, who knows, but yeah, I don't see any boot tracks or anything. Well, from what I can see, I don't see any signs of foul play or whatever. So who knows? The only meat that's really gone is the inside of his thighs and his rear end. If I had a saw, I would cut those antlers off because it's legal in this state, but I don't. I'm not about to get my hands all nasty into those maggots. So this guy is just gonna have to stay there and replenish the fly population, I guess. Super bummer. I'd probably shoot a buck like that on this hunt just because I don't really know what else to expect. And he's not that far from the horse trail, so that actually would be nice if that happened. Well, I'm gonna get back down to the bike, back to camp, set up camp, and then get out for evening glass. Where I plan to glass from won't be very effective for hunting, but I'm more or less just trying to find deer. I can move in on them tomorrow. Made it back to the bike. It's still there. I stashed it under this pine tree. Freezing cold this morning. I saw it as low as 20 degrees, I think, in my truck. But it's hot now, so I'm gonna get hydrated. I'm sure a lot of you guys drink Mountain Ops. This is the Ignite pink lemonade flavor. I'm a green apple guy, but I don't have any green apple in the packets left. I drank them all. So my next favorite is pink lemonade, if you're curious. The bike saved me a lot of work. There's no way I'd be back here if I wasn't on that bike. I'm glad I brought it. This guy right here. Bad. This is not good. I was just cruising through that little stretch and I have no idea how, but that thing is not in the right position. How on earth did that even happen? Ah, crap. I'm like 3 miles back in here and it looks as if I'm going to be pushing this bike back to camp. That really messes up everything that I planned for on this trip. Oh my gosh, everything is so jacked up. How on earth did that happen? Things are broken, things are backwards, and that tire won't even spin. At least it's daytime. I got plenty of time to get back to camp, but that pretty much ruins like the plan to hunt right here. Like, I don't even know what happened. I think something on this might have been standing. I don't know. I have no clue. But it pretty much stopped me in my tracks. I got it spun out, but I doubt that thing's gonna operate correctly. Thing is so bent with the speed I was going. It is now a two-wheeled wheelbarrow for my backpack. Guys, I was so excited for this hunt. So excited to do this bicycle thing, get way back in there on these trails. And really never crossed my mind that it could break down. I really only thought maybe battery would die or something, so I have an extra battery. Now this happened, so this spot might be shot. I really don't know. My only concern right now is getting back to camp and reassessing the situation. Just might have to straight up pick up and move out of here. This thing is not light. Well, at least it still coasts. We got some downhill finally. That was fun, downhill while it lasted, but back to pushing. Oh boy. I'm gonna have to find a place that has truck access because I don't have my quad or nothing. Let's just go to town and buy one. We'll just keep pushing. It's not gonna stop me. Well, got back to the truck safe and sound and got the Rambo bike loaded up on the trailer. And now I just do not know where to go. So I'm gonna drive down to the valley to get service, to look at Onyx maps, to look at Google Earth, check things out. I ran into 3 hunters on the way out. We sat and chatted for a while, and they recommended a spot for me to look at. So I'm gonna go down and look at maps and check out the area they were talking about and see how it looks. Just trying to get away from roads if possible, trying to get away from trails if possible. Took a minute to set up camp. Give you a quick little tour. Got the Camp Chef station, like always. Right now we got a veggie medley cooking in the skillet. We got some deer steaks pre-marinated. The Yeti cooler is full of the good stuff. Veggies, meat, some ketchup, a couple Diet Cokes, Mountain Ops ammo, protein shakes, more veggies, and there's some sausage under there. And here is the place. Check this out. Got the little buddy heater actually hooked up to a big propane tank, so I mean that'll last the entire trip. The workstation, clothing, and then the bed. Double wide bed to myself. That's camp. I took that guy's advice and just came to where he told me to. Here is the final product for dinner. I put a little pepper jack cheese on the steak and then kind of smothered it with the hot veggies so it'd melt the cheese. But well, that's pretty much the end of day one. I'm sitting in my tent watching my whitetail hunt. It's the only hunt that I've harvested on this year. So trying to get a little extra motivation. And honestly, like, some of my favorite videos to watch to motivate me to film and do these hunts is just go through some of our old work. So I like to do that in camp. Plus I don't have internet service, so the only thing I can really watch is what's already on my computer. Day one, man, that was a rough day. One of the things that really got me excited about this hunt was just the fact that it's going to be challenging and it's going to be hard. And after today, I'm like, it's going to be a lot more challenging and a lot more hard than I planned for. So I lost my water container off the jumping jack on the drive up to the first station. The bike totally got ripped apart, had to carry that out. And now I'm just kind of starting over. So day one was a scratch. We found that buck, that was kind of cool. I just left him behind. Day two should be better. I will see a deer that is alive tomorrow with antlers on its head. Promise. I will make sure to get you guys some buck action. But yeah, thanks for following along. This is a wrap for day one. I'll catch you guys in the morning. And like I said, we're going to have a lot of fun tomorrow, so stick with me.